because I scored more goals. So I just anticipated, and luckily the ball fell to me, and it was just one of them strikes at the end of the day that ended up going in the back of the net. But no, I'm happy to contribute and helping the team win. But I think the most important thing is getting 3 points on the board.
For a few weeks now, I have been speaking about several English based players who have Jamaica descent. Some of these players are said to be closely linked to Jamaica in the sense of an hot topic, while the others seems as if it is still possible even though the news may not be as hot as others would be thinking. Today I just want to speak about another English based player who have Jamaica descent. However, there is a thought in mind as to whether Jamaica should end their pursuit in this player. His name is Dwight McNeil. So make we see. Wagwan.
Premier 7.
It is another day of Thanksgiving for which Premier 7 is here doing another video for you the fans, for you the public. And today this video surrounds one of, I won't say controversy, but one that could be a potential video for which persons may be looking to reconsider their thoughts. I mean, there is this player that Jamaica has been talking about for a while, and of course, because of limited game time playing for England, this player could potentially become a Jamaican representative. And the person for which I am speaking about is the man himself from Everton in Dwight McNeil. However, because Jamaica has not been showing any much news in regards to the players, the public may not be notified or be aware of the details of this player as to whether Jamaica is still interested or not. But I have to give shout out to my YouTube fans. There are persons who comment on several occasions saying that Jamaica should go ahead and pursue this man, or this man would be a good fit for Jamaica. And that spiked my interest now to come on board to even share my opinion on this man. And the topic for today is, should Jamaica end their pursuit in, trying to get Dwight McNeil? Because the thing is, Dwight McNeil is a fantastic player when he was playing for Burnley, and he transitioned that with maturity over to Everton. Even though Everton had some points reduced, um, it is still not a case to say that Everton isn't performing on a level that, despite of their challenges, they are still in the top, well, they're above the relegation zone. And just to reconfirm, the title for today is, should Jamaica end their interest in pursuing Dwight McNeil? And once you're here listening to me here, Premier 7, the details will be shared based from an opinionated perspective, and also some facts will be shown based on the player. Um, a big shout out to the supporters of the channel. I'm seeing a comment here from Mr. Tyrone Williams, who said, "Bless up, Premier 7. Bless up to you, Mr. Tyrone Williams." And of course, today is the birthday of Premier 7. This is the 1 year anniversary of this amazing platform. And it's like when you got or have a child, when it's the birthday of that child, as a parent who is considerate and caring, you would really and truly say, I have to go out all for my child. So it's like this channel is my son. So I just had to share that, and I have to give thanks to you who are in the supporting category of this amazing platform. So right now, let's get into details on Dwight McNeil. Okay, so we know, as I expressed earlier on, that this man, he have Jamaican descent. He has British Jamaican parents, right? And in that case, this man is very young, not in his prime as yet, born in the month of November, age 24 at the moment. He was born in England, however, because of his descent, Jamaican descent, he can represent Jamaica as well. This guy is 6 feet, so he have that height for which can help Jamaica to have more aerial abilities, and his main position is the wing, right? Several clubs he played for, and did you know he was an youth academy player at Manchester United in 2014? It ended, and he moved over to Burnley in 2014 to 2018. Now he is at Everton. And I'm going to go into more details in regards to his profile, but I just want to give you some, some quick and off the bat details to let you know that even though I will give you some more information about Dwight McNeil, I know about this player because I watch the Premier League. And Mr. Tyrone Williams has said, Happy birthday. It is not my birthday, but it is the birthday of the channel Premier 7. All right. All right. So if you can remember, there was a news that was being posted in the month of November, the Dwight McNeil month, and it was posted on Football 365 that a multiple amount of players, England could lose them, including Palmer, Greenwood, Garden, even Anderson from Newcastle, and of course, there's a lot more, but the topic is based on the man himself, Dwight McNeil. So, speaking here is good, but also to share the details to you, the public, is also important. And with that being said, here's the details. Way back in November of 2023. Well, that is just right around the corner. Well, not around the corner, but behind us. So here it is. The, the paper mentioned that it mentioned that Dwight McNeil from Everton, somebody, I think it was Sean Dyche, he mentioned that when I see some of the young players who are getting called up and are in and around the squad, then he can't be far away, in my opinion. But I am bound to say that I see him every day, said Burnley manager Sean Dyche of McNeil in December 2019. So that was in 2019. So the pair have seen the pair have been reunited to more moderate success at Everton, and Jamaica might spring into action. When you hear about Everton, you think about the man himself, Demarai Gray, Jamaica's best player since his arrival. And I spoke about um, a few players before. Like the last video that I did was about Henry, Rico Henry, who plays for Brentford. I spoke about his interest as well, Jamaica having an interest. But the thing is how he and and Ethan Pinnock could have that connection because two of them plays for Brentford. So Everton had Demarai Gray and they currently have Dwight McNeil. So the connection could be there as well, if you get what I'm saying here. Because the thing is, no, when you have that connection with persons that you move from one point to another one, and you go there to see them, or you and them go there, it makes things easier for you. So, like how Demar Gray is playing for Jamaica, he could, let Dwight McNeil understand the Jamaican culture. And I don't think Dwight McNeil would be that type of person who don't want to know. But remember, the topic is should Jamaica end their interest in pursuing Dwight McNeil? And one of the reasons for asking this question is because the hotness behind this person's name isn't really in the here. So because of that, I want to have my own say on this. I'm not saying that Jamaica should not spike their interest or continue their interest, but I just want to bring it out back into the public. Fair to say that Jamaica should look into getting this man. All right, so let me just jump into the details now, looking on the player's profile. And before I do so, I just want to point something out here. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and go ahead to watch, like, comment, share. And of course, if you are already a subscriber, then you know what to do. Continue to watch, comment, and share, because this is an interactive page for other persons to share their opinion. It is not for me alone to speak, and don't expect for you to have your say, because when you have your say, it makes things more fluent here. All right, so in that case, now let's jump into the details about this person in Dwight McNeil. Let's jump into details as it relates to his player profile. All right, so for this season, Mr. McNeil, as I've mentioned earlier on, is 24 years of age, 17 appearances for Everton, 2 goals, 4 assists. That shows that this man is not only the person who will just appear, just wasting time on the pitch, but he contributes to the team's potential in converting, scoring goals, and making assists. Now, starting 11, 80%. That shows that he's reliable to the coach. Minutes cover, 76%. Goal participation, 25%. This shows you now that if he should not be in the squad, then the goal participation or the tally of goals being converted by Everton would reduce, because he's one of those person, even if he's not the person making the assist, he assists in terms of the build-up play. So he's a fantastic player that you should have in your squad if you are an Evertonian fan. All right, so his main position is on the left wing. He can play left midfield, and sometimes he plays on the right. But more so, if he should come into Jamaica squad, I am anticipating for him to play as a left winger. Now, with Demar Gray out, then Dwight McNeil can be the person to come in and play at that spot. But do you think he's that type of person then who would replace a Demar Gray? They're two different type of player. When it comes down to the flair and the speed, I would say Demar Gray. When it comes down to shooting or scoring goals, easy to convert, I would say, or even set pieces, I would say Dwight McNeil. So the coach would have to be that person along with his staffs. They would have to come together and know how can they integrate or decide who should start for the national team. So I have shown you the details for Mr. McNeil earlier on in regards to his stats for this season. Nothing has won by him in terms of his career. However, he is that player who is not in his prime, but he has a bright future. Remember, Sean Dyche mentioned him, that he is that type of player who, you cannot leave him far out of the top players, because he is that person basically who have that ability to strike. All right, so in that case now, how about looking on his statistical representation for his career in the Premier League? Because one season wonders, those persons are not the persons for which we want to have in our squad, whether you're a club fan or an international fan. It is always good when players are consistent and can, perform on that level, that you can say, without this man, our club will struggle. All right, so basically, I have decided to go with Burnley and Everton. So from 2017 to 22, 2022, he plays for Burnley. And you can realize right here that he has several appearances, right? The most being 38, 2 times in terms of his appearances. So that shows that he's very consistent and is not an injury prone player. That shows you strength, that shows you reliability. He still scores goals, he still makes assists, but he's more so an assist merchant. Now he left from Burnley to Everton, 36 games on his appearance for the first time in the club throughout that season. He scored more goals, contributed less with assists, and now 2023-24, he is still doing the same thing. The takeaway from this is to show that this man, for one, is not injury prone. And I'm repeating that because when you have injury prone players, it can damage your squad's reputation, especially when this man should be a talisman. All right. And if you look here to my right, you're seeing the positions that he play: left wing, left midfield, left back at times, which is absolutely amazing. Jamaica have interest in different left backs, I would say though. I spoke about Rico Henry. Jamaica likes they already have Amar Bell. They have Lee, right? Tarek Mitchell shows his interest as well. So, there are several options. So we don't want for McNeil to be playing as a left back. But if the formation should change, left midfield, left wing, if we don't have our star players to start. And he can be the person to even start right wing as well. If you need for someone to come on the left foot like a Leon Bailey, then that Dwight McNeil can do so. What if Bailey isn't scoring goals? You can put on a Dwight McNeil. Right mid, second striker, attacking midfield. That is more than five position, which is absolutely amazing. But his main position is that of being a left winger or a left midfield. So, what do you think so far about this man? Do you think that Jamaica should end their interest though in pursuing this man, or should they spike their interest in getting this man? Because it is a topic for which I want for you to think. I just don't want for you, as a fans of football or on the channel, to just say, if you're seeing a hot topic, you just say, all right, yes, I am going to like this video. I am interested in this video. Sometimes we have to think as to whether or not this is the right thing to do or not, because it is now the January transfer window in the English Premier League, and long before that, just a typical example. When Sancho was supposed to go to Manchester United, he did. And many persons thought he would have been that lightning type of player, and he failed. Anthony as well. Lukaku at even Chelsea. Timo Werner at Chelsea. So several players failed, even though their names are big, even though they are that player or those players who have the potential to be at the ceiling for that club. You have to use your psychological part of your brain to think it through. All right. So speaking about Dwight McNeil, how about letting you know the characteristics of this player? Because I spoke about his profile, but you need to know some more. Jamaica is weak in terms of crossing the ball, and Dwight McNeil is very strong in that case. Tackling, very strong as well. Long shots, very strong as well. Remember, I spoke about the comparison between him and Demarai Gray. If you need somebody to score from the left hand side or the right hand side, if Jamaica is in trouble and they have a Dwight McNeil, the goals will come. The goals will come. He's a long passer as well, strong in terms of long shots, strong in terms of passes, strong in terms of defensive contribution. Jamaica midfield is weak. You have a Dwight McNeil in the midfield as well. That would be absolutely amazing. I spoke about Gibbs White. I spoke about um, Ramsey, and now I am speaking about Dwight McNeil. You can have the three of them in the midfield, but you won't want to play any one of them as a CDM. So you would have to use one of a Ramsey or a McNeil in the midfield, but you have to play more so the Gibbs White as the number 10. All right. So then again, he likes to cross the ball based on what you're hearing. He likes to play a long ball, likes to tackle, likes to shoot from a distance. Jamaica needs set speed specialists, and Dwight McNeil will be that considerable option, who is a left footer instead of a Leon Bailey who can take free kicks. That shows that Jamaica would have a lot of options. And because he's Premier League proven, then again, playing even for England at the under 21 level, then Jamaica can have more goal conversion. All right, so I just want to jump into one of the key things on this video before I close, and that relates to the fact that I want to show you how he will set up in a Jamaica team with the left wing being his main position. All right. So, with that being said, you're seeing the screen. Hopefully, you are. Right? Yes. So, in that case, now, this is an unofficial lineup by way of the build up site that I'm using here. The backline will not more so be the main backline, but these players are a starter. Number 21 may be replaced by Alembe Kisa, but the other three is okay with Blake in goal. The midfield, if we get a Ramsey in, being a box-to-box player, then I mean we can remove a Latibodier. Right? We can remove a Latibodier. Right? And yeah, that would be a good Jamaican squad. And if like Bob Reid is performing well for Fulham, and even he have his days of consistent performances for Jamaica, then of course he would be that person to start. But if we get Gibbs White, who is to me a better profile player, then guess what? We would have to put Bobby Reid on the bench. And let me know what you think about that. But for me personally, a Gibbs White will be the replacement for him. So that shows squad depth. That shows team chemistry. Whereas McNeil, Ramsey, and a Gibbs White could build a relationship right there. Because when you have a strong midfield, that is where the game is more so won. All right. So and then again, Nicholson. If we get Mason Greenwood, so I'm just dropping in the star players. And we don't want players to be only star players based on name. We want for them to be star players and perform. All right. So in that case now, McNeil, remember, he's this guy on the left wing. He can shoot from here because he's a person like this. He likes to dribble on the inside. They say whenever he comes into the box, he may not shoot at the same time because he's somewhat nimble footed or quick footed. He will like drift to the left and shoot from that angle, or he will drift on the right foot and shoot from that side. Because even though his left foot is his main foot of strength, he doesn't shoot same time. He shoots when there's a need to shoot. All right. All right. So then again, if he even should play on the right hand side with Saint Bailey injured, God forbid. Um, Remember he can shoot from a distance. So when he receives the ball from like a Brown, he will just really on the bench or injured. He will just dribble in like a Mason Greenwood type of player and shoot from his angle. If Jamaica should get free kicks in this era, then a Gibbs White can take free kicks, a McNeil can take free kicks. Two good options. And you have a right foot and you have a left foot, giving the goalkeeper problems. It is not a good idea when you are playing the game and well, you're watching the game and you're seeing that the goalkeeper seems as if he's not interested with those persons taking the free kick because they're not class. Well, if you have a Gibbs White or even a Demarai Gray along with a McNeil, three of them standing over the ball, then you would have to think twice because they are quality strikers of the ball. So in that case, I'm just showing you a small example as to how Gibbs White will fit in the Jamaica squad along with a few other English-based players, and how he will progress with the ball. He's a ball carrier, he's a distance shooter, he's a long passer. So Jamaica will improve in terms of how they cross the ball. They will improve in terms of goals and assists made. So GA would improve. And in terms of build up plays, in terms of having players who are fit, who can lead the team and cause upsets to other teams playing in local tournaments, well, international tournaments, then a Dwight McNeil will contribute to so much to Jamaica that they would not want for him to even be injured. So in that case, as I've said before, the video was done to like let Jamaicans think about it as to whether Dwight McNeil should be considered. Or because, guess what? There's no news really publishing about Dwight McNeil, and it is my duty now to come on board and remind the public that Jamaica should go for this guy. But remember, the topic is should Jamaica end their interest in pursuing Dwight McNeil? Reason being, no news is being published, and it is just left in the dark. So that is the reason why I asked the question. But for me personally, I want for Jamaica to look into the Dwight McNeil deal. It's not a transfer news, but it's like somebody who can change your allegiance and play for Jamaica. So we need to improve our system, our infrastructure, and all of those important things so we can recruit this man and the others spoken about on the platform. In that case, no, Jamaica will have a chance to do well in Copa America because I don't think we'll have that chance to get all of them in the time the semifinals for the Nations League should arrive. But Copa America and then the World Cup qualification would be absolutely amazing if we have all of these players in, integrate them into a wonderful system. The coach knows how to manage the big players' ego, and then we can be sure that Jamaica will be on top of things in CONCACAF. So it was my pleasure in doing this video, and it is now for you, the fans of Premier 7, to have your say. Take care and goodbye for now.